Spencer, very, very competitive game. Eastbourne came up, obviously not to lose. They're on the back of 3 losses. What's your opinion on the game?
I thought we were very poor. Eastbourne, like others, will come here and defend. And I thought that the vast majority of my squad today underperformed in quality. Far too many of them underperformed with the work rate that's expected. And we're not having it, and they'll be in tomorrow at 10:30, and they're not happy about that, and I don't care, because that is not acceptable for this team this season.
They seem to stifle you in most of the areas, particularly in midfield.
I don't think they particularly stifled us. It's just we couldn't pass the ball from A to B, and when we did have a small pattern of it, we didn't show any ambition with the ball. It was tippy-tappy football without really hurting them. Saying that, we haven't got out of first gear, and we've still created 8 or 9 fabulous chances. The keeper's made a couple of great saves. We've missed a couple of sitters. But let's not take anything away. Eastbourne came with a plan and did it very well. And we've got caught at the end, just like we did a couple of weeks ago against Bath. So it was a very poor technical performance from us. Our passing was very poor, particularly in the second half. And there just wasn't enough desire and hunger to stand up and make sure that we got the points in a difficult match.
You commented that teams, like managers do, watch teams and they've seen you and they've sussed out that they shut you down, they'll stop you playing, that's what they do. How are you going to get around that?
Well, I don't think we can play as badly as we've done today, much more. I thought that was possibly our worst performance of the season. Certainly at home, we just, I'm not taking anything away from Eastbourne, as I've said earlier, but we just couldn't pass the ball with any great tempo. It was all slow, slow, slow. Eastbourne did a very good job. They seemed to win every free kick. Certainly in the middle of the park, we seemed to give away 15 free kicks for challenges in headers, and half the time we just stood there and they just jumped into us and they got a free kick, and they did it very well, and that's where the goal came from. But there wasn't enough work rate. There wasn't enough work rate off the ball, and there was certainly nowhere near enough quality with our passing and our desire. Again, I think we've had probably another 10, 12 corners. We don't look like scoring from set pieces at the moment, and it was just a very, very bad day at the office. But ultimately, I don't think we worked hard enough today to work down a determined Eastbourne side, and therefore, as much as 0-0 was probably about right, we've ended up with nothing as they've nicked it in stoppage time.
Yes, well, I think we're all saying that they put so much effort in both teams that probably a draw would have been a fair result. But Rhys Conley certainly carved out a couple of chances that on a better day he would have put away. Would you agree?
Yeah, his job's there to score goals, and he didn't do it today. But he's not the only one. There were huge amounts of poor performances. I mean, really, I can only step on and say that I thought that Ross Warner and Marcus Moody were probably 2 only lads that gave it a level of performance that's required. There are far too many below average performances today, and too many people blaming each other and expecting others to pull miracles out of the hat, and it didn't happen. There were too many people strolling around on the balls of their feet, and it just expecting us to turn up and beat Eastbourne. And I said at half time we'd have to raise our game, and we didn't really, and we've still created a lot of chances, enough to more than win the game, but we didn't play well. I'm very angry. I haven't said too much in the dressing room. They're not happy about coming in tomorrow, but I don't care. It's not acceptable, and it's very rare, I have to say that, but we need a big wake-up call, because this league is so tight, and we shouldn't have got beaten today, but we have, and we've been caught again. So I always say that it's important that the team learns from its experiences, and we needed to learn from the Bath game a couple of weeks ago, and we clearly haven't.